Everybody for coming. I hope you're all excited about new stuff. For anybody who doesn't know me, my name is Dave Aird. I am the tech guy for the center. I'm the resident scanner aficionado. And I'm excited to be here. I've already got, we're going to spend most of this training on the 3 new machines that we have here in the center. Why did that just go dark? Uh-oh, that wasn't good. Anyway, oh, now it's back. Okay, good. So we're not going to spend much time on the Epson scanners. Why is that blinking out?
Yeah.
Try that. Anyway, okay. Yeah, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on the Epson scanners because, I mean, we've had them for a while. Everybody, I think, knows how to use those. If you have any questions on them, we can go over questions. One of the new things, before we start, do I have any volunteers for an opening prayer? Janet, would you mind?
I will.
Thank you.
Our dear Father in heaven, we are so grateful to gather at the Family Search Center this morning and grateful for all the effort that David Aird and all wives and the staff have put together to bring these new machines into our center that we can learn how to use and preserve our memories and help the patrons that come here. We're so grateful for the gospel of Jesus Christ and for the opportunity that we have to do this wonderful work, this family history work. It's helped us in our efforts and helped this training today, that we will be able to learn well and be able to assist others. And we say this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Okay. Thank you, Janet. So, very first thing we have is we have a brand new scanner in the other room. It is the Epson V50,000 flatbed scanner. It operates just like the flatbed scanners on the other two, except the scanning, it's just got a bigger area. It'll scan up to 11 by 17 comfortably, and it can also do a couple of other things that it has. It operates very similar to the other flatbed, and I'm going to introduce you to some things that we'll talk about here. I have created I have stolen. I stole these from Riverton. These are instructions sheets that the Riverton Family Search Library uses on all their equipment. And since our equipment is the same as theirs, I asked them if I could steal it, and they said yes. So I made copies of all of their instruction information that I will be putting in each station. So we'll have paperwork on how to operate each machine at each machine's location. This is what one of them looks like. You see, I don't know if it's going to let me go through them. Oh yeah, and so it also teaches you how to do fast photo, and these are in no particular order. Just wanted to show you that that's what this is for. This is the new thing. This is our new VHS capture device. We have a VCR that plugs into the top here, which will plug in. And then I know you can't all see it, but you'll be able to see it when you play with it. So there's a couple of plugs on the front. This is where the VCR will plug in, and I will plug it in. There's for the Zoom people. So you have the three places to plug it in. Right here, this is a USB plug. This is where the patron can plug in their USB drive that will save all of their images. And then there's a power and a bunch of other things. So on the front, when the power's on, we've got a bunch of menus, which this will talk about, and it's basically plug and play. So you hit start on the VCR, which will start it playing, and then you hit record on the device, and the device will record directly to the USB drive. And then obviously when it's done, you push record again to stop it, just like standard VCR, and then hit stop on the VCR.
Two questions.
Yes.
One, does it just play it through at the speed
Yes.
that the film would be? So it's an hour film, it takes an hour.
Correct. That is correct.
Okay, the second question, will these be available in these rooms?
Yes.
Or is this something that you use back in the other section?
This will be available for public use. This will be available for public use. We've kind of been back and forth on where we're going to put it, but I think we're going to put it back in the office where the copier is, where the printer is. It'll be on the back counter, by the back window back there, somewhere on that counter. Final destination is yet to be determined, but it's going to be back there somewhere. At Riverton, they have an online reservation system for these, where you can schedule a time to come in and use it. I've decided not to do that because I'm curious to see how much usage it's actually going to get. But if it does, the nice thing about this is it will, if a patron wants to come in and do a tape, and because tapes can be anywhere from 2 to 6 hours, if they come in and they start and they can only do an hour at a time, this machine, you can actually start and stop this, and it will save it'll save in individual files, so you end up with 6 different files at the end, but you'll have the entire contents of the tape. So you don't have to do it all at the same time, which is one of the down.
Track of where you are again? When you go back in?
What it'll do is, say I would put a tape in, hit play, it would play for an hour, and I'd hit stop on this, and I would take it out and go home, take my tape with me. Then I'd come back, put the tape back in, put this back in, and hit play and record on this. It would pick up the recording from wherever the recording was on the tape.
You didn't rewind the tape?
Yeah, because you don't rewind the tape. It just goes from where the tape left off. And so, and then you have to stop, and then you just repeat the process until you get to the end of the tape.
So you could do editing of home movies on this thing too.
You could. That would be linear editing, that would be difficult, but yes, you could.
What if you get a patron that says, I'll be back in 6 hours?
The rule is patron has to be here to use the system. So they have to stay here.
Okay, so can they put it in and then come in here and do some research?
That's okay. As long as they're in the building,
Okay.
that's okay.
You don't want that way.
Exactly. Well, and even if they wanted, I think it'd be fun. I mean, me personally, I would enjoy sitting, because this screen will actually play what's on the tape, so you can actually see. I forgot to mention that part, thank you for bringing that up. So you can actually watch it play as it goes through. It's a little bit small, but I mean, it has an a video out that I may actually plug it into a TV. But you can actually watch it play and watch the images the video as it goes through. And for me, that's the fun part, is to watching all those old memories go through. Bob's laughing at me. But that's what this is. When I get it plugged in and ready to go, I'll introduce it and I'll send an email to everybody saying it's ready to go, and then we can announce that. But this is our new one. I'm only going to put one out in the office, but if demand gets crazy, we do have 2 of these. So we can have multiple stations if we need. But I
I
wanna
want
see how busy they're
You're saying
using.
we've got 2 VCRs as well.
Yeah, do we have 2 VCRs?
I was just gonna ask you to ask anybody if they have a VCR,
I
if they
know.
want to donate it.
I say, I know I have one.
I have two.
You have 2? I would love it.
Oh,
I would
so there's
appreciate
your,
that. So
there's
that
your
would be
second
awesome.
VCR.
So yes, we have 2 VCRs now. So thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
But that's this. It's a great tool. I've been playing with the one that they have at Riverton for a while, and it really is amazing. So that's this new toy, and this is kind of a step-by-step instruction sheet that will be with the machine, so that you can go through each one. And then this is fast photo stuff. We've already talked about those. Talked about that. Using the flatbed scanner for non-transparent media. We talked about that. Okay, book scanner. We have a new book scanner. Bob's gonna go over and take a picture of it right now. Let me see if I can get this to open up so that you can see it. It's in the scan room. It's in the corner. It's in the same place that the old one was in, but it looks like this. And it's the same center that they have, the same one that they have in Riverton. So there's paperwork for that as well. I'm gonna. Hey, Bob, point at the power button. So if you see down in the corner, well, he's walking away. But so that's the other big flat.
The power button.
Yeah. So if you look at the power, there's a power button right there, and so it's just a push button. You push and hold it to power it on, and it's got 2 modes in it that we'll go through. And then here's paperwork on how it operates. But we're going to do something a little different. If I can remember how to get to it. Right here. Okay. So the desktop in the scanner room, when you go in, you'll see a bunch of these icons. And the two icons we're going to talk about are this one. This is the software for the big flatbed, scanner, and this is the software for the book scanner. And so with the big flatbed, you just open it up, and the first thing you see is this, and it operates just like the same as the other ones. You can go through and change, look at it. It'll save in these different formats, JPEG, PDF. It'll even searchable PDFs as well. You can create different things with that. But that's where, and then when you hit preview. Is there anything on the scanner bed? Nope. And then there is. Then that pops up. Then you can go through and make any adjustments that you may need to do on it. And then hit scan. And it's actually pretty quick. Then once you hit scan, you get one of these things. And if you're in PDF mode, it'll ask you, okay, do you want to add a second page to your PDF? And then you can say add a page or save it. So if you add a page, then it'll scan, do a second scan, and it'll just do a single multi-page PDF on that. And then once you're done, you hit save, and then it saves each page in the patron scans folder on that desktop. And you can just double click it, and there it is.
Just
No, it will do color.
Did I just see that it was black and white?
It might have been black and white just for,
Is that a setting on there that you would have to?
yes, let me get back there.
That's color.
Well, it's showing here in color, but the PDF that you were looking at was your question, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, see, this is the picture that I scanned yesterday.
okay.
I had
It
a,
just looked like it was black and white. But it should, by default, scan color.
it should by default scan color. I think it, yes, I think it did black and white because I think the lid's open. And so I just scanned it with the lid open.
I see.
So can you scroll to the top or bottom of that page, I guess, just to,
Yeah, yeah, it just scanned with the lid open, which is why it looks silly. We don't need to sign into Adobe Acrobat just yet. So that's that. And then on this, I also have, has some scanning presets, so you can go through and change, these different settings. You can change the resolution. You can rotate it, so if it's upside down, you can rotate it the other direction. Change the different image formats. I have put together on this scan settings, I have set up Granite FSC default settings. So those are the settings that I've put in that we kind of want to be the default settings for the center. So if you get lost, you're not sure what you can do, you can go to the scan settings and set it to that, and it will work.
So Dave,
Yeah.
you're saying the default, we have to set it back to the default after we've done changes or whatever we've done?
I would prefer that you do.
Everybody put, and encourage the patrons also to put it back to where the default is, so.
Back to the
it just
default
works.
settings. Yep. Cause, I mean, that saves a lot of headache for the next person.
Amen.
I don't know, I get about 2 or 3 phone calls a week saying, this isn't working, why isn't this working? And it's because the patron has changed a setting and then not changed it back.
But it's good for the consultants to know that that's the default. So if there is an issue, a consultant can go back and say, oh, we just need to put it back to
Just
the
need to
default
change that,
setting.
that's
Okay.
correct. Okay, so that's the flatbed. It's a great little scanner, great big scanner. Okay, and so this is the software for the Caesar Ara, is the software for the book scanner. So when you open it up, you get this welcome screen, and then you get this big white page. And you're like, what do I do with this big white page? The first thing you do is, down here in the bottom right-hand corner, there's this scan button. It is also a preview button. So what you do is you click that, and then it brings up the camera and the scanner.
Do that again.
Okay, so we'll go back. So you get to this. This is what.
This when you click on the icon, this comes up.
Yeah, when you click on the icon, this comes up.
Okay.
Then after this, you click on scan,
Okay.
and that's what initializes is the camera.
Okay.
And so you can see that. So this is what the scanner looks like right now. And let me move some of these
okay,
things
so
out.
you're getting both left page, right page.
Page left and page right. That's right. And there, over here on the right-hand side, there's color modes that you can choose. You can do auto enhance, or color. Lots of different options here you can do. It has the option to do flat single page, facing pages, which is left and right page, combined sides, which is you take 2 different images and can combine them into a single image. So it would take left and right and put them side by side in on a single image. And then manual selection, which is you can go through and pick, you can identify, yeah, you can identify whatever you want. Or you can just take a picture of whatever the camera sees.
So the benefit of this is if you've got a photo album and you've got multiple pictures on pages, that's what you can use to just.
That's what
identify
you,
want.
yeah, that what you could use with the manual selection portion, yes, you could. So that's that. And so, let's see where I'm at. Now I'm gonna go, so we're gonna go through and take, once you get all of, let's go to flat single page. So say I wanted to take a picture of this and I wanted to do auto enhance and get all that done. And then once you get all that set, you click auto scan. And then if you look over here on the left, there's your images right there on the left-hand side. So then you would turn the page, hit auto scan, and then all of your scanned images would show up here on the left-hand side. Now, it's this machine, Bob, can you go under the table and show them the foot pedal? This machine has a foot pedal, so that if you've got your hands full, working on, flipping pages, doing your work, there's a pedal that's plugged into the scanner that's on the floor. So you can open the book up, click it with your foot, open the book, click it with your foot.
Whoa.
That's right. So that's a nice little feature if you've got a big heavy book that needs both hands, so you don't have to continually click on the screen. And it's so.
Are you gonna show them the little thumb tabs too?
Oh yeah, I'll show you the thumb tabs.
Yeah, those are.
I'll go get the thumb tabs and bring them in.
I can bring them in for you.
You can grab them?
Yeah.
So,
If you have a book that kind of keeps closing back up, is
Mhm.
there any way to
Yes.
secure it down?
yeah, you can, there is the plexiglass that we used to use on the old one. You can put the glass on top of the book and it will do the same thing and just flatten it out. Now, there are some, they're called finger cots. They're little yellow tabs that go on your thumbs. Thank you. They look like this. These are cool little things because you can use these to put on your thumbs to hold the pages down and hold them flat. And they've got these funny little, they look like QR code things on them. These are designed to be invisible by the camera.
Okay.
So you can put these on the camera to hold the picture down or hold it whatever down, and these won't show up in the camera, in the image at all. So these are really cool that way. So we can, show them off that way. So,
Dave,
yes,
so with the thumb tabs, can you see underneath them, or do you have?
No.
Okay.
You don't want
what do you mean by see underneath?
it. You don't want it to cover anything.
Any of the words?
Yeah, no,
Are they
you,
transparent?
yeah, they're transparent. You won't see them on the edge of the sheet, but you don't want to be covering anything you don't want to have scanned. Okay, so let's say we've got these pages we were gonna do. Once you've gone through and done all your scanning, you go back to this left, hit the back button, and then move that out of the way. Then your images show up here on the right-hand side, and you can delete them as you're going through them. You can click on them and see which, because they're the same, you can't see them change, but you click on the image, and that image will show up on the screen. And then you can delete this file, rescan the image. So say there was something wrong with this image, and you didn't know it until after you scanned it, you could go back in, click this button, and it would go back, and you could rescan that individual page without having to start over. And it'll put it back in, or it'll keep it in order. So if you're page 25 out of a 200-page book, that needs to be rescanned, you can rescan page 25 and it'll put it back in order. It'll keep it at page 25.
And these automatically go into the patron scan?
Yes, they're set up so they'll go in the same patron scans folder just like the other ones. Here's an insert button. So say you realize that there were pages that got stuck together and you missed a page. You could click this and it would come up and you could scan it. And over here it would say insert. Excuse me. And you come back and it's now inserted that page in front of the page that we took first. And so, and then that's just a little details. It tells you this height and width in pixel of the image with the date and the file size. So once you put all of this together, you can, over here on the, and then you can add, you can import folders and got all the other standard stuff you can do. Down here at the bottom, you have, so say the image is too big, you can click on the image to one-to-one display, fit to the height, fit to the image. You can select, crop, rotate, contrast, sharpness, change the colors. This is a reset button, so you can if you've made a change that you don't like, you can reset. Print. This is another little feature. You can actually do what's OCR stand for? Optical character recognition or something like that. So this machine will also do a searchable, make a PDF searchable, so that it recognize words, so you can search up different words in PDF. And it will recognize barcodes, which I haven't played with. I don't really need any reason to do that. And then once you got everything set up and got it all, everything's fixed the way you want it, you can come over here to the end, and you've got a couple different options of exporting. Just means saving the file. So that's what export just means. Okay, I'm done. Now I'm going to export the file to take home. You got a couple of different options. Word or PDF are going to be your Word, PDF, and searchable PDF are going to be your most used options. I don't know why they give you an Excel option, but apparently if you're wanting to do banknotes or something. TIFF is the same thing as a JPEG. It's the same. It's an image file. It's basically the same thing as a JPEG. So if somebody's doing like a scrapbook or something, you may want to save it as a bunch of TIFF files, which are essentially JPEG files. They're image files, or a text file. For whatever reason, you might want to save it as a text file. This one we're going to save as a PDF. Okay, so the way you do that is, now that you've gone through and selected them all, we can go through and select them, select the images that you want. Click searchable PDF, identify language, export file type, adjustment, confirm, and it goes through, save it as, I'm just going to call it test, save, and then then now it's going to process the images as a single PDF. This is only 3 pages, so it shouldn't take too long, but it could take a while. See, now we're done. So you click on that. And now you have your PDF, your multi-page PDF. So you got Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Excuse me. Pardon. All right, fine. You saw it there. You know it's there. And then once this is done, you can cancel out of this and then close this. All data will be deleted if you close. Yes, confirm, and you're done.
And it's in the patron scans folder now.
And yep, now if you go to the patron scans folder, it's right there.
Okay. So the original scans and then your saved entire,
They're all gonna be right here.
okay.
And so you can save each image independently.
Repeat the question, can't hear the audio.
Okay. So I'm gonna repeat, the question was, so when it takes the scans, the patrons folder saves each individual page as a separate file, and then at the end, once you're done, it combines all of those pages into a multi-page PDF. And the patron scans folder saves both the individual pages and the combined PDF. So they can take it all home, they can take the searchable PDF home, they can take just whatever they want to keep, they can keep, and then we'll just delete whatever they don't want to keep. But that's,
Is the process that you want, they'll copy that onto their,
yes, and so once they get this part done, I don't have a flash drive plugged in right now, but then they could just take this is the point where you plug your flash drive in, and then you would and a window would open up like this, and then you would just take all of these, where did it go? And then just click and drag to wherever they went.
and
Okay,
then you would
I've got
want
too many
them to-
windows open right now.
Then you would want them to delete that out of the patron scan folders.
If you remember to delete them out of the patron scans folder, that's great. If you don't remember, they'll get deleted eventually. I know we have, I don't know how many of you know Bill Snyder. Bill has graciously accepted the responsibility of desktop management in the center. So he told me his plan is to go through every machine and delete, empty their cycle bin, delete the patron scans folder once a week. And so that,
So if I were the next patron in using this,
yes,
I would get the prior patron's files would still be
Poss-
sitting in that.
it's possible.
Okay.
Would it be a better routine for people just to delete them? And then you don't have the confusion
confusion
of
of it.
somebody
I ideally, yes, I would once they're done, we want to delete everything, all of their information out of the patron scans folder.
Once they're confident it's saved in their.
Yeah, once they're confident that they've got everything on their flash drive and they're not gonna lose it, then ideally we want to delete everything out of patron scans. But if somebody doesn't, and it's not the end of the world. Does that make sense? And then Bill will go through and clean everything up and do all of his stuff once a week. So we talked about this, we talked about that, we talked about that. Is there any other questions? I know it was kind of quick. Do we got any questions about what's going on? And I'll be available, I mean, most of you have my phone number already. So I'm available to help answer questions.
Dave, can I go back to the VCR
Yes,
question before?
Yes.
The primary purpose of that is for patrons to just convert a big VCR.
VHS tape, yeah.
VHS tape to a.
Yeah. The purpose of, the whole purpose of the memories preservation system is to preserve those memories. And so the reason we want, when I was growing up, the primary method of saving memories was VHS tape. As we all know, technology changes and things improve and things get better. And so the whole purpose behind this thing was so that those memories wouldn't get lost. Because those memories, for me, is what makes family history fun.
But you can't upload that into Family Search.
No, Family Search
Because
does,
There's only a limited,
Family Search does not accept video for a multitude of reasons. They only accept audio, I think it's 15 megabytes. You know, 15,
3 to 5 minutes.
yeah, it's 15 megabyte file limit, which is 3 to 5 minutes. And then, it's been a while since I've looked at their memories, stuff, but yeah. But yeah, I know they don't take video, and there's a multitude of reasons for that. File size being one of them, because audio, and this is a good rule of thumb, when you're dealing with somebody who wants to upload audio, because it's a 15 megabyte file size limit, audio typically saves about a megabyte per minute. So per minute of audio is about a megabyte, give or take. When you're dealing with video, a minute of video is almost 20 megabytes. So it's a little, so that's part of the reason. There are other reasons, but that's part of the reason that they haven't done video. Yes.
If we have things on Super 8, there's no way we can do those.
Yeah,
They're the ones we put in the little thing for the bathroom.
As of right now, yes. This will actually do Super 8 if I have a Super 8 recorder that I can plug into it, which I'm working on. So by the end of this, my goal is to get rid of video out of the MPR group. So I'm not there yet, but this will do any video that I can physically plug into the system, into this system. So I'm working on getting some a video 8 player and all of the other players that we can plug into that so that they can do their own. Not quite there yet, but that's the ultimate goal. Does that answer your question? I know that was kind of long-winded. Does anybody else have any questions? Yes.
So on that little video thing, so you were saying you can stop and then pick up where you were?
Yes.
So could you, like I've got some little videos that are like 5 minutes long. Could I play one of those and then put something else and stop? Put another one?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
so-
can switch tapes?
Yeah, so the way you would do that is you'd have it plugged in, you'd have your tape player plugged in, and then you'd hit record on this, which starts the recording on this. Thank you, Vanna. So as you would start it, you would hit record on this, hit play on the VCR, play your tape, and as long as you don't hit this button, this will continue to play.
Okay.
So in theory, you could hit record on this, go to the VCR, change tapes out, and get all of your clips and all of your things into one long clip on this machine and then you would have one video file that had all of your clips on it.
Okay.
You could also do the opposite. If you have a 6-hour videotape that's got a birthday party and a soccer game, or you had a 6-hour tape that you only had 30 minutes of video that you wanted to keep, you could come in, play those 30 minutes on here and stop it, and then you don't have to waste 6 hours collecting the whole tape when you only need those 30 minutes. So that's,
And then, of course, once it's digital, you can do anything with it.
yeah, once it's digital, you
Splice
can,
You can actually lift audio off of your video too, so if you can't upload your video on Family Search, you can upload audio.
yes, you can, that is possible, and I know how to do that. If that's something you want to learn,
Yeah.
let me know and I can teach you how to do that. It's not that difficult with today's technology. But in fact, that's how when I was in Riverton, that's what I was doing. It was I had a bunch of tapes that had clips of different, it was a 6-hour tape, but I only needed 20 minutes, 30 minutes of the important stuff. So I would hit record on that, and then I would fast forward it, I'd play the part that I wanted, and I'd fast forward to the next part, and then fast forward to the next part. And then once I got to the end, then I had that digital file, I could then import into a editing software, and then cut those pieces out, and then I had all my clips that I wanted, and I didn't have to spend 6 hours waiting for the entire tape.
For those of us who are new at this,
Yes.
is it better to try to stop it and start it, like to get rid of the flowers in the middle of the family parade or whatever? Or is it better just to record it as is and then edit it? Which is easier?
In most cases, it's easier just to capture it all, just your second version, just play it and then import it all, because you cannot, the beauty about nonlinear editing, it's called nonlinear editing is what it's called. And what's awesome about it, about nonlinear editing, is that it's called a lossless feature, which means if you can always, there's a back button. My favorite thing in pretty much any software program is the back button, because you always make a mistake and then you get back and it undoes the mistake. If you're stopping and starting, you can't, there's no back button. It's easier to make a mistake that way. Whereas if you play the whole thing, and then you can always go back and refix things. Does that answer your question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So can we have a class on how to do that nonlinear editing and stuff?
Yeah, if you guys are interested, we could definitely set that up. We have I have the editing software in the office. We can definitely do that. Yeah. So, but yeah, I can definitely do that if you're interested. That's all I had.
I have another random question.
Yes.
On the book scanner, if you've got something that you need to put one of those plus things on it, is there some way to keep it from glaring so much?
There is, actually. If you look, the camera, or if you look at there's 2 light sources. And I'm gonna let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let me see if I can find the right, see if this brings up the right picture. Doesn't open the right picture. Okay. Let's do this. We'll open this again. Okay, so you can see this. Actually, can you go back in there and take a picture and show that? So I'm going to blow this up so everybody can see it. So if you look at the desk, there's 2 different light sources. There's this light source which shines straight down. These 2, these are separate lights right here. It's another light source that they put in, and there's a separate button that turns those on. And I can show you where to turn those on. But what it does is it changes the focus of the light from going straight down to more of an angle, which provides less glare.
Yeah, I've had issues with the glare on some things.
So that's what and the button to turn them on is actually on the back side of the light. So if you just reach around to the back, there's a little button that turns those lights on.
Just look at
Yep,
that.
just like that. And so there's 3 modes. There's mode 1 is just the overhead light. Mode 2 is just the back light, and then mode 3 is both lights. So.
Could you give us your name and number for those of us who don't have it?
Piece of the directory.
Yeah, you can find it on the consultant.
Yeah, I'm in the consultant directory. Anybody who wants, I mean, it's AIRD. My phone number is 801-656-9955. I respond faster to text messages. My day job usually doesn't allow me to answer my phone during the day. But if you leave a voicemail, I'll get back to you. Or if you write a text message, I can try and respond.
Dave, repeat that number one more time.
801-656-9955. And, okay, there's nobody on Zoom I'm worried about. That's all I have for today. I'm really excited about some of the new things that we've got. Really excited to be a part of this center, and I'm glad that we were able to produce these things. I have to, as I was reminiscing a little bit, learning about some of the new technology, my wife and I had my anniversary was yesterday, and my wife and I went to dinner yesterday, and as we were talking, talking about patriarchal blessings. And there's a line in my patriarchal blessing that says, because of the work that you do, many people will find information that they once thought was unavailable.
Wow.
And so, through being a part of the center, I've seen that come to fruition. And so, thank you for being here and being a part of this wonderful work. Let me give you my email address as well. My email address is also on the center. It's also on the. We'll close this. You got too many windows open. You close this. No, it's not closing. Why is that not closing? Close that. Close this. I don't want to slide it. I want to close it. Too many things. All right. Well, screw that. We'll just do this. So if you go to the website, the Granite Family Search Center website, and you go to contact us, this, for those of you that missed the training on Tuesday, this is the new way of which I would appreciate any news, or if you find an issue with a computer, or if you find a problem that needs to be addressed by us, this little form goes to me. Well, it goes to me and several other people, but I'm now on the list for this. So if you have a computer that is acting up, just fill it out, put your email address, and leave the message with which, the computer and what it's doing. Hit submit, and then it'll send the email to me. Also, this email right here, media@granitefhc.com, is an email address that I monitor. So that email address also goes to me. So those are the two easiest ways to contact me about non-emergency issues.
Can you remind them how to identify a computer that's
Oh, yeah.
an issue?
So on every machine, this one doesn't have it, but on every computer, on the back of the monitor, right about here, there's a sticker that has it's a letter and a number. It's right here. If you turn around, you can see it. So that one says B4, that says B5. So every machine has a unique identifier. So if you're reporting a problem, just say I'm at computer A3 and it's doing this. That way, when I come in and to address the problem, I know it's computer A3. I know where that is. I can come and look, and I don't have to hunt through the center to figure out which computer is not acting up. So, does that make sense? Clear as mud? So, that's all I have for today. Yes, you may.
I didn't get my chance on Tuesday, so
Yeah.
sorry, I'm gonna jump over here.
Don't tip over.
I just wanted to thank the tech team, and he actually has a team now. We used to call him the tech team, and he was the only one.
It was kind of a running joke between the two of
And
us.
thank you so much. There's been so much effort put into getting all these new machines going for us all, keeping the computers all running, and running so that you have the same experience when you sit down at any computer in the center. That's a moving target, because we have a lot of different people using the computers. So I just wanted to make sure that you understand how much we appreciate you and all the work with you, and the nice services you offer to convert all of our media into things that we can use. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all I got. Do I have any other questions? And if anybody, I'll be putting these out for, let's see, what's today, Thursday? I'll put them out this weekend, so they should be available by next Tuesday. Just flip through these, try to familiarize yourself to it, to the system. If you still have questions, feel free to reach out. If we need to do more interactive one-on-one trainings, I'm happy to do that as well. Do we need to do a closing prayer? What do you think? Who here needs? I'm okay. I'm done. Thank you very much.